The 2025 Chicago Bears rookie minicamp has concluded, and the initial impressions from Halas Hall point to a rookie class filled with raw talent, grit, and potential difference-makers on both sides of the ball. With a fresh wave of young players stepping into their first professional reps, it's clear that this group is ready to embrace the challenge ahead. The Bears entered this offseason with high expectations, thanks to a strong draft class led by General Manager Ryan Poles and a restructured front office. From offensive line depth to explosive playmakers, early signs show this draft class could shape the future of the franchise. Several players stood out significantly during the three-day camp, showing signs that they could push for starting roles or valuable depth as early as this season. Among the biggest stories of camp were the immediate impacts from offensive tackle Anz Trapillo, wide receiver Luther Burden III, and running back Kyle Monangai. Each brought their own flair, energy, and skill set that left a lasting impression on the coaching staff and media observers. The rookie minicamp isn't a full contact session, nor does it offer the intensity of preseason games, but it's a crucial first glimpse at how rookies adjust to NFL speed, play design, and the expectations of a professional football program. It also gives coaches a clearer view of how players respond to structure, adversity, and attention to detail. No player drew more buzz than offensive tackle Anz Trapillo, the Bears' second-round pick out of Boston College. At 6'8", 320 pounds, Trapilo is a towering presence with remarkable athleticism for his size. Wearing number 75, Trapilo immediately evoked comparisons to former Bears greats and drew praise for his footwork, balance, and overall physicality. His collegiate production supports the early optimism. In 2023, Trapilo played 764 snaps with 0 sacks allowed and earned a 74.9 Pro Football Focus PFF grade. In 2024, he played 772 snaps, allowed only 2 sacks, and earned an even better PFF grade of 76.8. While the slight increase in sacks and hurries from year to year might seem like a concern on paper, the context matters. Trapilo was facing top-tier edge rushers and still held his ground admirably. Beyond his size and physical traits, what's truly exciting about Trapilo is his mindset. Speaking to reporters after camp, Trapilo said his focus is on development rather than entitlement. He acknowledged that he doesn't expect to walk in and start immediately, but is committed to growing and earning his place. That maturity bodes well for a young offensive line still taking shape around quarterback Caleb Williams. Trapilo's ability to mirror defenders, stay low despite his height, and anchor against bull rushers makes him a legitimate candidate to start at left tackle as early as Week 1. His foot speed, hand placement, and vision in drills showed polish that's rare for a rookie offensive lineman. If his development stays on track, he may become a fixture on the Bears line for years to come. Another rookie who turned heads was wide receiver Luther Burden III. A second-round selection from Missouri, Burden entered the league with something to prove. Passed over on day 1 of the NFL draft, Burden has carried a visible chip on his shoulder, and it showed throughout minicamp. Despite a brief scare on day 2 when he had the wind knocked out of him, Burden returned for a strong day 3, showcasing the burst, hands, and route running that made him a standout in the SEC. What separates Burden from others is his focus on fundamentals. Rather than chasing highlight reel plays, he emphasized making clean catches and immediately transitioning into yards after catch mode, something he excelled at in college. Over the past 2 collegiate seasons, Burden led the NCAA in yards after catch. In 2023, he tallied 86 receptions for over 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns, averaging 14.1 yards per catch. His production dipped slightly in 2024 due to consistent double teams, but his skill set remained evident. His ability to stop and change direction on a dime, high-point the ball, and create separation makes him a versatile weapon in the Bears' arsenal. Burden's demeanor also fits perfectly in Chicago. He treated minicamp as a business trip. No interviews, no distractions, just football. His response when asked about being drafted on day 2 rather than day 1 was clear. "That's staying with me forever. Everybody who passed on me has to pay." With DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and now Burden, Chicago's wide receiver room may be one of the most explosive in the league. The trio offers a combination of size, speed, and playmaking ability that will allow offensive coordinator Ben Johnson to get creative with formations and mismatches. Burden's early camp performance suggests he could push for significant snaps right away. Whether he lines up in the slot or rotates on the outside, his skill set gives Chicago added flexibility and firepower. While Burden and Trapilo made the highlight reels, running back Kyle Monangai was quietly one of the most consistent performers throughout the camp. Selected in the 7th round out of Rutgers, Monangai has the classic underdog story that Bears fans love, an overlooked player with a relentless motor and a team-first attitude. At 5 feet 8 inches and 211 pounds, Monangai isn't the biggest back, but he plays with impressive power and vision. He ran with urgency during drills, made sharp cuts, and caught passes cleanly out of the backfield. Running backs coach Eric Bieniemy was reportedly highly enthusiastic about Monangai before the draft and has continued to mentor him closely since his arrival. Despite being slightly slower than some of the other top backs in the draft class, Monangai's acceleration, balance, and ability to bounce off contact set him apart. His performance in minicamp led to speculation that he could not only make the 53-man roster, but potentially contribute in a rotational role during the season. The Bears already have depth at running back, but Monangai adds a unique element. He's physical, durable, and brings a level of consistency that coaches value. If he continues to perform at this level during training camp and preseason, don't be surprised if he earns a spot on one of the all-rookie teams by season's end. Another name that may not be widely known yet, but left a strong impression during minicamp, is Ruben Hyolite, an undrafted outside linebacker out of Maryland. While his name didn't carry the buzz of a top pick, his energy, physicality, and work ethic certainly did. Hyolite displayed impressive quickness off the edge and wasn't afraid to mix it up during drills. Coaches and scouts noted his ability to bend around blockers, use leverage effectively, and maintain pursuit angles, traits that can translate to meaningful special teams or defensive reps down the line. There had been some speculation that Hyolite could potentially transition to safety due to his frame and coverage skills, but early signs indicate that the coaching staff sees him as a true outside linebacker. He plays with a motor that never stops, and his presence on the field was felt throughout the weekend. What makes Hyolite's journey even more inspiring is his story off the field. He wasn't invited to the NFL Combine, Senior Bowl, or Shrine Bowl. He instead received a late opportunity at the Hula Bowl, where he made the most of limited exposure. After his pro day, he reportedly had 15 pre-draft visits with NFL teams, flying across the country and continuing to bet on himself. He recalled calling the NFL's NFS system, used by teams to track official draft invites, multiple times, only to be told he didn't make the list. Yet rather than sulk, Hyolite used the snubs as fuel. His message to young players was clear. You don't need a combine invite or a big-name agent to earn a shot. You just need to be your best self and keep pushing. Now with the Bears, Hyolite sees his opportunity as a blessing and is ready to prove he belongs. With his attitude, physical tools, and chip-on-the-shoulder mentality, he may carve out a special teams role or even find rotational snaps in defensive sub-packages. The 2025 rookie minicamp served as a glimpse into the future for the Chicago Bears, a future filled with optimism, edge, and talent. While it's far too early to crown any draft picks as instant starters or long-term stars, the early signs from Halas Hall are promising. Anz Trapillo looks the part of a cornerstone offensive tackle. Luther Burden III brings swagger, skill, and big play potential to a revitalized wide receiver group. Kyle Monangai may be the next great late-round steal at running back. And Ruben Hyolite adds fire to a defense looking for young playmakers. Beyond just performance, this rookie class has something deeper: character, motivation, and a sense of urgency to rewrite narratives. From Trapilo's humility and work ethic, to Burden's controlled aggression, to Hyolite's resilience, this group carries the kind of traits that championship teams often build around. As rookie minicamp fades into OTAs and eventually training camp, the next steps will be crucial. Pads will go on, speed will increase, and competition will stiffen. But if this weekend was any indication, the Chicago Bears are building something special with this class, and the future may arrive sooner than expected.